It's a good place because it's multicultural and lots of different restaurants, and it's got wonderful supermarkets, and it's a sort of friendly place, yeah. Multicultural. Yeah, it's good because it helps people to it broadens their horizons and helps people to get along with all different nationalities. Lots of good points. How much time do you have? As long as, okay, well, it's a nice area, it's a very prosperous area. Lots of lovely people live here, and it's close to London and things like that.
Fleetville got its name because there used to be lots of printers based in this area. And famously in London, Fleet Street was where all the national newspapers were based. So because of all the printers here, they called it Fleetville. It's a very nice, cheery place, lots of very friendly people. It's changed a tremendous amount over the last 30 years. It's very much more multicultural than it was when I first came here. Things I miss, there used to be just up the road from here are bakers where they actually baked bread on the premises. So you've got these wonderful smells of baking bread every day, but I'm afraid the supermarkets have rather knocked that sort of thing on the head. Next door to Canberra is Morrison's, which used to be Safeway, and before it was Safeway it was the Co-op, so there have been a lot of changes in shopping, but we still have lots of small shops around as well. So it's very different to other parts of St Albans. St Albans, some people who live outside St Albans think it's a rather snooty place, but that's not true of Fleetville, which is very, very down to earth. St Albans is famous as what is called the most heavily pubbed town in the country. It's got more pubs than any other town of comparable size. We have 55 pubs. The reason for that is historic, that when they built the Abbey, they put up lots of little, what were called ale houses for the people building the Abbey to go and drink in and sleep in and eat in. And a lot of those have remained. The traffic is appalling. I think something should be done about traffic in Hatfield Road. Some of the little shops don't look terribly attractive. I think they ought to be made to look rather better. But in general, I think it's just a nice place to live and nice people.
This shop, he been open in 2007, and I've been working here like 2 years and a half, maybe 3 years. I said 3 years. This shop is a North African shop. I mean, Tunisian, Moroccan products, Algerian. I'm from Tunisia originally. Yeah, it's very good area, and the people here, they're very good. I think this area you need to do like something like for the kids especially, which is like I'm not like very good playground for them, you know, because the kids here, you know, in the age like from 5 till I don't know till 15, you know, I think they missing because I think the park, which is in the town centre, is a bit far for them.
Yeah, I like this place. Yeah, it's good to shop and everything.
The traffic is quite bad. The traffic is.
I wouldn't change anything. No, I wouldn't really change anything.
But it's good because the school, the shops are close by, so you drop the kids at school and you just do your shopping.
Yeah.
Morrison's wasn't here, of course, when I lived here, but the shops that I used to enjoy when I was here were about 10 or 11 different sweet shops, of course. Bike shops, there were about 4 or 5 bike shops in Fleetville at that time, and there were 3 or 4 different cafes as well. It's such a vibrant area, there are lots of wonderful people who live here. Lots of things have changed, but on the other hand, lots of things have stayed just as I always knew them. I first lived in Fleetville in 1943, which is when I was born. My family have been living here since 1907. That would be my grandparents, and my parents were born here. Fleetville School, just across Royal Road here, which is where I started in 1948. And my first class was in what was called the hut, which existed on the playground where the hall is now.
Everybody seems friendly down here. I've got no complaints about that at all. Otherwise I wouldn't have lived here for 40 years.
I've been doing this for quite a few years as a second line, and this was on the up, and the sweet trade you could sense would never be the same. The supermarkets were making inroads. Yeah. I wish we could turn the clock back in many ways.
It's a nice day today, so we've been quite busy. We've been here for 2 years now. Before we were here, the park used to be quite quiet, but because we opened up, it's a lot busier than it used to be before.
We really like the cafe. They always come to the playground after school, so it's nice to be able to come and have a coffee or get something for them to eat. It's just really nice having the nice playground, so it's nice. It'd be nice to keep that sort of maintained and maybe have some other things, you know, to improve that.
Well, I used to play a lot over this recreation ground, and during the war they built a big shelter underneath the ground. It's still underneath there, and we used to play around and go in underneath there and play around there. I came as a evacuee during the war from London, because during the war the Germans bombed London, and a lot of the children and myself came to St Albans out the way. But the school actually took over St Paul's Church, and we had little classes in the rooms there.
Yeah, we live here, and my son is going to the school here, so we really like this area. It's really nice. Basically, we are coming from Macedonia, and we met a lot of people coming from different countries, and I think that the people who live in this area, they're really friendly, they're really helpful. Yeah, it's really a good place for living.
I have lived in Hatfield Road in Fleetville for 86 plus years. And I started off going to a school at Beaumont Avenue, which was called St John's Preparatory School. And it was little boys and little girls, and we sort of learnt to read and write. I think we did do some sewing, but I never liked sewing very much, so I don't remember that very well. My favourite teachers were usually the maths teachers.
My boy attends the mosque just down the road, and we quite often come here for our shopping and that. I tend to do all my Asian shopping here, and I do all my English shopping from here as well, so it's all in one place. It's got everything you want, I suppose. You know, as I say, all the shops and everything else, good schools around here as well.
What would I change in Fleetville? I would not give permission for any more takeaways. I would like to have shops back, proper shops selling things, useful things. I don't like it as much as I used to like it, because when I was a little girl, you did all your shopping in Fleetville. You just knew all the shopkeepers and they would deliver everything for you as well. And you knew everyone in those days. I was born in Fleetville, and I shall be 73 next week. I went to Fleetville School, and then it was the girls' grammar school where you are at school now, which is now Fleetville Junior School. When I was a little girl, it was the girls' grammar school. A lot of children from Fleetville School either went to the girls' grammar school, which was just over the road, or to Verulam School. The boys were in a separate part of the playground at Fleetville. There was a metal railings down the middle of the playground, and the boys were on one side and the girls were on the other, and sort of never the twain shall meet. So, but we played a lot of ball games, I think, and skipping games particularly, and chanting games, I think very traditional games.
I've been here for 48 years. I started this company September the 22nd in 1963. When we were just a small tailors. I was born and bred in St Albans. I wasn't very good at school. So I suppose I was starting to be a tailor at 12, and the advantage I had, of course, when I was 15 and left school properly, I was at the top of the class.
Well, we came to Fleetville actually in 1937. I came as a boy, of course, from South Wales. I used to work at the grocery store. The owner of the thing taught me to drive, so that was quite useful.
I love it round here. It's one of the nicest places, and I love all the schools and things. It's very convenient here. You've got the train station very close by. You've got shops, doctors, pharmacy, all the things you would need to make your life comfortable. I would like to see more done for young people, you know, like youth clubs and things. I don't think there's enough of that. Oh, you go to Verulam? Yeah, yes. With Fleetville. That's where one of my sons went to Verulam.
Yeah,
yes.
Very good school.
Yes, fabulous. And my grandson hopefully will be going there in September. So it's nice. Who's the headmaster there now?
Mr Ramsey.
Oh, Mr Ramsey. Oh, Mr Ramsey.
Yeah,
yes.
Very good.
Yes, he used to be the deputy. Yes, yes. Oh, that's really nice.